Simple food, just rice and vegetables in a small metal box. Not much, but it was all he could afford. He worked hard every day, but the station owners paid him very little. Still, he was grateful. At least he had food. At least he had a job. Suddenly, Marcus heard a strange sound. It came from near his trash bin. He looked up and saw two small shadows moving in the darkness. At first, he thought they were rats. The station had many rats. But then the shadows moved into the light. They were children, but not human children. One child had purple skin and long silver braids that fell down her back. The other had green skin and bright orange hair. Both wore torn, dirty clothes that were too big for their small bodies. Their arms and legs were thin, too thin. Their eyes were huge and filled with desperate hunger. The children were digging through Marcus's trash bin, searching for food. Marcus's heart broke. He remembered being a child on Earth. He remembered being so hungry that he would search through garbage, looking for anything to eat. He remembered that terrible empty feeling in his stomach, that pain that never went away. He knew exactly what these children were feeling. "Hey," Marcus called out softly, trying not to scare them. The two children froze. They looked at him with terrified eyes, like small animals caught by a predator. The purple child quickly moved in front of the green one, protecting her. Marcus could see the fierce love between them. They were sisters. "It's okay," Marcus said gently. "I won't hurt you. I promise." The children didn't move. They just stared at him, ready to run at any moment. Marcus slowly picked up his lunchbox. He held it out toward them. "Are you hungry?" he asked. "You can have this. It's not much, but it's better than eating from the trash." The purple child's eyes widened. She looked at the food, then at Marcus, then back at the food. "Why?" she asked in broken common speech, her voice rough and suspicious. "Why would you help us?" "Because you're hungry," Marcus said simply. "Because you're children. Because it's the right thing to do, but you're human." The green child whispered, "Humans don't help anyone. Everyone says humans are selfish. Everyone says humans are the weakest, the lowest species." Marcus felt a sad smile cross his face. "Maybe that's exactly why I understand," he said. "Come, sit down. Let's share this meal together. You don't have to be afraid." Slowly, carefully, the two children moved closer. They sat down on the floor near Marcus, their small hands shaking as they reached for the food. They ate quickly, desperately, like they hadn't eaten in days. They probably hadn't. Marcus watched them eat and felt something warm in his chest. He didn't have much in this galaxy. He wasn't important. He wasn't powerful. But he could do this. He could share his food with two hungry children. That was something. As the children ate, Marcus noticed something that made his blood run cold. Around their thin necks were metal collars. The collars were broken, but the marks were still there, red and raw against their skin. These weren't just homeless children. These were escaped slaves. Suddenly, heavy footsteps echoed in the corridor outside, loud. Angry voices shouted in a language Marcus recognized, Cretian, the language of the galaxy's most feared slave traders. Someone was coming. Someone was searching. And Marcus had a terrible feeling he knew exactly who they were looking for. The footsteps grew louder with each passing second. Marcus's heart pounded in his chest. The two children looked up at him with terrified eyes. They knew those footsteps. They had been running from them for a very long time. "Quick, hide," Marcus whispered urgently, pointing to a maintenance panel under his workbench. The purple child grabbed his arm. Her small fingers were surprisingly strong. "No," she said firmly. "If they find us here, they will kill you. We should run. We always run." "There's no time to run," Marcus said. He could hear the voices now, speaking in harsh, cruel tones. "Please trust me, just this once." The green child was already crying, silent tears running down her face. The purple child looked at Marcus for a long moment. Her eyes were old, too old for a child. She had seen too much pain, too much death. But something in Marcus's face made her nod. The two children crawled into the small space under the workbench. Marcus quickly replaced the panel, then scattered some tools on top to make it look natural. He grabbed a wrench and started working on a ship engine. His hands were shaking, but he forced them to stay steady. 3 massive figures entered Bay 47. They were Cretians, the most feared slave traders in the galaxy. Each one stood over 7 feet tall. Their bodies were covered in thick, armored skin that looked like stone. They had 4 arms, each one ending in sharp claws. Their eyes glowed red in the darkness. The leader stepped forward. His armor was decorated with marks. Each mark represented a slave he had captured. There were hundreds of marks. Human. The leader's voice sounded like grinding rocks. We are looking for 2 escaped slaves. Children, purple skin and green skin. Have you seen them? Marcus didn't look up from his work. Lots of people pass through here, he said calmly. I don't pay attention to faces. I just fix ships. The second Cretian moved closer, sniffing the air. I smell fresh food, he growled. Someone was eating here recently. More than one person. Marcus's heart raced, but he kept his voice steady. I ate dinner an hour ago, he lied. Sometimes I drop food. The rats eat it. That's probably what you smell. The leader's eyes narrowed. He moved around the workspace, his red eyes scanning every corner. His claws tapped against the metal floor, making horrible clicking sounds. He was getting closer to the hidden panel. These children are very valuable, the leader said slowly. They are worth more money than you will earn in your entire worthless human life. If you tell us where they are, we will give you a reward. You could buy a new ship, leave this terrible station, start a new life. Marcus finally looked up. He met the Cretian's glowing red eyes. I told you, I haven't seen any children, he said. Now please leave, you're disturbing my work. The leader's face twisted with anger. In one quick movement, he crossed the room and grabbed Marcus by the throat. His massive hand completely wrapped around Marcus's neck. He lifted Marcus off the ground like he weighed nothing. Wrong answer, human, the Cretian leader snarled. His breath smelled like rotting meat. I can smell your fear, you're lying. Tell me where they are, or I will break every bone in your body. Slowly, one at a time. Marcus couldn't breathe. The Cretian's grip was crushing his windpipe. Black spots appeared in his vision. He tried to speak, but no words came out. The second Cretian laughed, a horrible sound. Look at the weak human, he mocked. So pathetic, so fragile. This is why your species will never matter in the galaxy. The third Cretian moved toward the workbench. I will search this area, he announced. His claws reached for the panel where the children were hiding. Marcus's vision was fading. He was going to die, and the children were going to be captured again. But then something impossible happened. The floor beneath them began to glow. First gold, then silver. The light grew brighter and brighter until it was blinding. The Cretian holding Marcus screamed and dropped him. All 3 slave traders stumbled backward, their eyes wide with shock and fear. The maintenance panel exploded open. The 2 children rose from their hiding place, but they didn't look like frightened children anymore. They looked like gods. Marcus couldn't breathe. The Cretian's grip was crushing his throat. His vision started to go dark. Suddenly, an explosion of golden light filled the bay. The Cretian leader screamed and dropped Marcus. Both children stood in the open now. The purple child's eyes blazed with golden fire. The green child's hands crackled with silver energy. Step away from him, the purple child commanded. Her voice didn't sound like a child anymore. It carried the weight of ancient authority. The Cretian leader staggered back. Impossible. The royal family of Vesha Prime was destroyed. The emperor said all the heirs were dead. My sister and I survived. The purple child said, I am Princess Zara, she is Princess Lyra, and you made a terrible mistake today. The slave traders tried to run, but Zara's golden light caught them. It didn't hurt them, but they couldn't move. Marcus rubbed his throat, coughing. Your princesses of Vesha Prime? That's one of the most powerful empires in the galaxy. Was powerful, Lyra said quietly, her voice sad. Our world was betrayed. Our family murdered. We were sold as slaves. We've been running for 3 years. Zara helped Marcus stand. You saved us, even though you didn't know who we were. You shared your food when you thought we were just trash scavengers. Why? Marcus shrugged. Because you were hungry. Because you were children. Because it was the right thing to do. Does there need to be another reason? The 2 princesses looked at each other, then back at Marcus. Something passed between them, an unspoken decision. Our people have a sacred law, Zara said formally. When someone saves a member of the royal family, They may claim one wish. What do you want, Marcus Chun? Wealth? A ship? A title? Part 3 Cliffhanger. Marcus thought carefully, then smiled. I wish for you two to be safe, to be free, to never be hunted again. The princesses stared at him in shock. No one had ever wasted a royal wish on something that didn't benefit themselves. In that moment, something changed. The girls knelt before Marcus, and when they spoke, their voices carried the weight of an oath that would reshape the galaxy. Marcus Chun, Princess Zara said, you gave us food when we were hungry. You risked your life when we were hunted. You used your royal wish not for yourself, but for us. We are young. We have no power yet, but we make this oath before the stars. When we are strong, Princess Lyra continued, when we reclaim our throne, when we rebuild our empire, we will return to you. We will be your shield and your sword, your protectors and your guard. This is the sacred oath of Vesha. Golden and silver light swirled around them. Marcus felt something like a warm touch on his heart. The oath was real. It was magic or technology so advanced, it seemed like magic. You don't need to do this, Marcus said. Just be safe. Live good lives. That's enough for me. You don't understand, Zara said. A Veshan royal oath cannot be broken. When we speak it, it becomes part of our soul. We are bound to you now, until our debt is paid. Marcus helped them stand. Okay, but first, let's get you somewhere safe. Over the next few days, Marcus used his connections to smuggle the princesses off the station. He found an old friend who ran a protection program for refugee children. It was far away, in a peaceful sector where no slave traders operated. We will see you again, Zara promised as they prepared to leave. We don't know how long it will take, maybe 5 years, maybe 10, but we will return. I'll probably still be here. Marcus laughed, fixing broken ships in Bay 47. No, Lyra said with certainty. When we return, everything will be different. They were right. 10 years passed. Marcus continued his simple life as a mechanic. He thought about the girls sometimes, hoped they were safe and happy. He never expected to see them again. Royal oaths and ancient empires seemed like a dream. Then one day, every screen on Station Gamma 7 lit up with the same news. The lost princesses of Vesha Prime had returned. They had gathered an army. They had reclaimed their throne. The Veshan Empire was reborn. And now, 2 warships were approaching the station, broadcasting one message. We seek Marcus Chun, the human mechanic. Panic spread through the station. Why would the powerful Veshan Empire want a simple human mechanic? Had Marcus committed some crime? The station authorities came to Bay 47. Marcus Chun, the station commander said nervously. The Veshan Empire is here for you. What did you do? I gave 2 hungry children my lunch, Marcus said quietly. 10 years ago. That's not funny, the commander snapped. The empresses themselves are coming, do you understand? The 2 most powerful beings in this sector are on their way here, right now. Marcus's hands shook as he tried to keep working. Empresses? The 2 little girls he'd helped were now empresses. The bay doors opened. A column of soldiers in gleaming armor marched in. Behind them came 2 figures. One wore armor of gold, the other of silver. They were tall now, strong, but Marcus recognized those eyes. Zara? Lyra? The gold-armored figure removed her helmet. Princess Zara, now Empress Zara, smiled. Hello, Marcus Chun. We told you we would return. The entire station watched in amazement as both empresses knelt before a human mechanic. 10 years ago, Empress Lyra said, you showed us that kindness exists in the universe. You taught us that true strength is not in power, but in compassion. You saved our lives, and you saved our souls. We have rebuilt our empire. Empress Zara continued. We have defeated our enemies. We have reclaimed our throne, but we never forgot our oath. We are here to fulfill it. From this day forward, we are your royal guard. The station commander nearly fainted. Marcus laughed in disbelief. You can't be serious. You're empresses, you rule millions of people. You can't be my guards. We can. Zara said firmly. We will. Our empire is strong now, Lyra explained. We have generals to command our armies, advisors to run our government, but our oath to you is personal. It is sacred. Where you go, we go. What threatens you, we destroy. Part 5 cliffhanger. Marcus opened his mouth to argue, but suddenly alarms blared throughout the station. Red emergency lights flashed. A voice came over the speakers. Pirates attacking, multiple ships, all civilians evacuate. The station commander looked at Marcus in terror, then at the two empresses. Empress Zara smiled coldly. Perfect timing. Let us show you what your royal guard can do. 50 pirate ships surrounded Station Gamma 7. The station's defenses were weak. Everyone knew they were doomed. The pirates sent their demand. Surrender all valuables or we destroy the station. Empress Zara walked calmly to the communication panel. This is Empress Zara of Vesha Prime. You are attacking a station where our sworn protectorate resides. You have one chance to leave now. The pirate leader laughed. 2 women and 1 human? We have 50 ships. Surrender or die. Wrong answer, Empress Lyra said. The empresses didn't need ships. Their armor glowed, gold and silver light. They flew into space like comets. No helmets, no ships, just raw power. Marcus and everyone on the station watched the screens in awe. Empress Zara moved like lightning. Her golden energy cut through pirate ships like paper. Empress Lyra's silver power created shields that protected the station from every weapon fired at it. In 10 minutes, 50 pirate ships were disabled. The pirate leader's ship tried to run. Zara appeared in front of it, blocking its path. You threatened Marcus Chun, she said. Her voice transmitted to the entire sector. Spread this message across the galaxy. The human mechanic is under the protection of the Veshan Empire. Anyone who harms him, threatens him, or even speaks rudely to him will face us. The pirates fled in terror. The station erupted in cheers. Back in Bay 47, Marcus sat down heavily. This is crazy. You can't spend your lives protecting me. You have an empire to run. We have good people running our empire, Zara said. Sitting beside him, we built a system where the empire doesn't need us every second. Because we knew we had an oath to keep. You gave us lunch when we were starving. Lyra sat on his other side. That simple act of kindness changed the galaxy. We learned from you. We built our empire on the principles you showed us. Compassion, fairness, helping the weak. Our empire is strong because we remembered being weak, Zara added. We remembered a human who had little but shared everything. Marcus looked at these 2 powerful women who were once scared, hungry children. So what happens now? Now you have 2 royal guards, Lyra smiled. We go where you go. We protect what you protect. That's the oath. Can I still be a mechanic? Marcus asked. Of course, Zara laughed. Though you might find your workspace is now guarded by an Imperial warship. And your customers might be intimidated, Lyra added with a grin. Marcus shook his head, but he was smiling. You know, I was just being decent. I wasn't trying to earn lifelong bodyguards who happened to be empresses. That's exactly why you earned us, Zara said softly. You didn't help us for a reward. You helped us because it was right. That's the kind of person worth protecting, worth serving. In our empire, Lyra said, we have a new law now. Every child, no matter their species, gets fed. We have shelters, schools, protection. Because one human showed us that children shouldn't have to dig through trash to eat. Marcus felt tears in his eyes. His simple act had created ripples across the galaxy. So, Empress Zara stood and offered her hand. Marcus Chun, will you accept us as your royal guard? Will you let us fulfill our oath? Marcus took her hand, then Lyra's. On one condition. Name it, they said together. Sometimes, Marcus said, can we just have lunch together, like old times? Just 3 friends, no empresses, no guards, just us. Zara and Lyra smiled. The same smiles they had as children. Deal, they said. From that day forward, the galaxy learned a new truth. The most powerful protection in the universe belonged to a simple human mechanic. Because sometimes, kindness is the greatest power of all, and sometimes, sharing your lunch with hungry children can change the fate of empires. Marcus Chen continued fixing ships in Bay 47. But now, 2 empresses stood guard, not because they had to, but because a debt of honor and love was worth more than any throne.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट। जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम व्हाट्सअप गाइस, क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? तबीयत से ठीक है? उम्मीद करता हूँ सब ठीक होंगे, फिट फाट होंगे, अमन अमान वीआईपी होंगे, ठीक है ना। जैसे अब जानते हैं कि ये मेरा पहला व्लॉग है। सबसे पहले माय नेम इज हमाद एंड आई एम फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान, मुल्तान। ओके, तो ठीक है, अगर आपने मेरी ये वीडियो देख ली है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब फिट फॉट।